Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome to today's video. For those of you who are new, this may be your first time on my channel. You might not yet. I said yet. Be subscribed. Welcome, my name is Tyler with an O, and for those of you who are already my people, already subscribed and just returning for another video, welcome on back. Let's just go ahead and get into it. So I don't know if you guys can tell, I don't know, they're just, okay. I don't know if you guys can tell, but like I just feel like my energy is just like a little down today. That has a lot to do with the fact that I'm filming. It's like 9 o'clock at night. I mean, you probably don't know this, but I normally film my videos like in the daytime. I'm not really getting ready for anything. This is more so just kind of like a little makeup therapy session. It's just been like a lot on my mind, and I was just, you know, chilling at the crib and doing my thing, and I was like, you know what? I just feel like doing some makeup and just talking, venting. So that's what today's video is gonna be. Go ahead and slide the wig back, child. I don't really know if I could say like there's like, you know, one specific thing that's kind of been like affecting my energy. I think like in a nutshell, I've just been like stressed a little lately. I mean, obviously that's not like a good thing, but I won't necessarily say it's a bad thing. There was like a quote I saw and they were saying like, you can't complain about having a lot on your plate if the goal is to eat. And it was like, you know, very true. So what I'm getting at is like the things that I feel like I'm like stressing about, or that has just been stressing me out lately, or all the stuff that's like on my mind. It's stuff that I put on my mind, you know, like I'm stressing about it because it's something that I want to happen or I want to get done. And that's why it's crazy to me how people can like fill their lives with like so much unnecessary drama and everything. Like I understand like shit happens and like people have like drama and dramatic issues and times and triumphs that go on in their life, but the way that people like involve themselves in like other people's business or just be dealing with mess that don't got nothing to do with them and just have all this drama in your life, it's just like, it really makes you sit back and wonder like, why aren't you too busy for that? Why aren't you already preoccupied enough to where you don't have time for other people's drama? I'm very much a like miss me with the bullshit type of person. I've never been the type of person to get pleasure out of like, you know, having drama and beef with people and all of that. Like, it's just like, girl, I got enough stuff on my plate already. I got enough things that I could be worried about, and quite frankly, you are not worth it. You're not worth the time. Oh, by the way, one thing I did want to address. So I did get some new lighting and some new equipment here. So I'm kind of like playing around with it. I've only filmed one video with the new lights and everything so far, and that was just my hair update that I just uploaded. So like that's the only thing. And so with that video, it was kind of different. It wasn't a makeup video, so the lighting wasn't necessarily as like important. But this is my first time filming a makeup video with the new lights and everything. So I don't know, you guys let me know. I also kind of changed like my camera angle and everything, so I just feel like things kind of look different. It looks a lot different to me. Editing, I don't know how this is gonna look, or once it's uploaded, I don't know how it's gonna look, but hopefully it doesn't look bad. But I don't know, let me know if you guys could even tell a difference or not. But yeah, what I was kind of talking about in regards to like drama and everything in other people's lives and all of that, it's just like, it's kind of like, what's the word? Not like sadistic, but like somebody who like likes pain. I don't know if that's like a sadism or no, a masochist is somebody who, sadist is somebody who likes somebody else or putting other people in pain or inflicting pain on other people. So I think a masochist is somebody who like enjoys being in pain or whatever. I just feel like it's almost like sadistic, masochistic, whatever. The way that people like have to have drama and stress in their life, and it's just so sad because like if you don't get it from yourself and your own personal things that are going on, they're so desperate for it that they get it from other people and having to be involved in other people's drama. What I'm getting at and kind of talking about and leaning towards is like this whole like Jordan Woods shit and Khloe Kardashian or whatever, and I honestly, like, everything in me said that I was not even gonna address this on my channel. I wasn't gonna talk about it, whatever, and I'm not. But I'm just saying, like, that's a prime example of what I'm talking about. Like, all of these people are spending so much time, you know, trying to follow up on this story and get the updates and get the tea and dropping down in comments and on blog sites, arguing with folk and everything like that. But it's like, girl, Are your bills paid? And it's no tea, no shade, but like seriously, don't you got something better to do than to be worried about these people who I don't know. It's just, that's just really annoying. Y'all, this is gonna be my first time baking with this chalk dust from the crayon case, so. Oh, and speaking of powder, I also did want to mention the Patrick Star Powder from MAC. Hands down, the best translucent setting powder I've ever used. And with that being said, I don't use it on the channel anymore simply because this stuff is not permanent in the MAC collection and it is impossible to get your hands on once it's gone. So like, it's so good that I don't want to use it because I don't want to run out. And I just have a feeling that it's gonna become permanent in the collection. So when it does, or I don't know, if they say something about it bringing it back or whatever, then I'll start using mine once I know that I can secure another one. But until then, this stays locked away in the archive, okay, and I've been using other powders instead. But I didn't want y'all to think like I stopped using it because I didn't like it. No, I love it, and that's why I stopped using it. So I wanted to bring you guys in just a little bit closer. I mean, there was not really much to see here. That's another thing I wanted to ask you guys, like, how do you feel about like backdrops and stuff? Like people who film with backdrops. Personally, I never wanted to do a backdrop. Like, of course it's crossed my mind and I see like other people do it, and for some people like I like it, some people I don't. But I don't know, like my whole thing with my channel is like I like everything to feel like really organic. I like everything to just feel real, you know? And for some people, like with backdrops, it doesn't seem as personal as, you know, you seeing if I'm in my room, or even if I'm in a beauty studio or something like that. Just seeing, like, I feel like the decor and like the background and everything says a lot about a person, but it also just makes you feel more comfortable. It makes you feel more at home, and that's ultimately like the vibe I want to give with my channel. I want y'all to feel like we're friends. I want you to feel like you're sitting in my room kikiing with me while I do my face or whatever, and you know, we're having these discussions. I don't want it to feel like, you know, I'm on set and this is one big production and I'm like, I don't want you to see the mess in my background, and I like that's just not me. And I mean, again, like, it is other people's cup of tea, and you know, more power to you, like that's awesome. But I feel like, and I mean, it's kind of too early to say because, you know, I ain't shit and I don't really got like, you know, a large following or anything like that, but I feel like that's kind of what people, you know, like about me, and what keeps people coming back, and what, you know, keeps my subscribers and everything engaging with me, is because it's just so, you know, comfortable and like relatable. And I just really value that. That's something that I just personally value when it comes to like YouTube and my YouTube channel. I was thinking of like kind of changing it up, not necessarily right now. I'm gonna be relocating, and I'm possibly going to be getting like a beauty studio, and with that, like, I'm really excited to, like, you know, buy some nice pieces for the background and nice furniture and display things to really, like, you know, turn it up and give it that nice and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, have you guys ever like watched a cooking show and then like kind of just like looked at the kitchen that they're in? It would be different if they were sitting there with like a white backdrop and they're mixing bowls and props and everything, and they're like cooking. Wouldn't that be kind of weird? But what I like about cooking shows, and something that I pay attention to when I'm watching cooking shows, is I look at the kitchen and I look at the countertops, I look at the cabinets. I'm like, oh wow, that's a nice refrigerator. Or oh, like they have little succulents in the background, or look how they arrange the cookies in the cookie jar, and like shit like that. It's just kind of, it just speaks to the person that you're watching. It adds to that character and everything that you're viewing, and I really appreciate that. And I can understand why people like backdrops, because, you know, it is clean, it's not distracting. You just see, like, they can change it up as far as like color and everything. Some people like to do like all white backdrops, some people like to, you know, have glitter in their backdrops and everything like that. Is that something that you guys like? As a viewer, I know that's something that really doesn't like make a big difference to me, but I don't know, it could be different for you guys. You guys could like click on my videos and be like, what the hell, like,
why he got this ugly ass lion up in the background? I can see his door handles, like, that's so tacky. Like,
I don't know, how do you guys feel about it? Let me know. I just feel so much better already, and it's funny because like I don't necessarily know if it was the makeup or if it's just like you know, sitting down and like talking. Sorry, I cannot find this brush. Where is my damn? Oh Lord, we gonna have an Elvis part 2. Here it is. It's the Morphe M164 brush. Another thing that's kind of been like stressing me out lately, and it's like, you know, nothing heavy or whatever, but apparently it's just like trip season, I guess. I mean, okay, so listen. So I made this pact with my best friend Nicole, and it was basically like, okay, look, like I'm not about to be pushing 30 years old and never have traveled, never have experienced, you know, anything outside of the United States. Like there's a whole world out there, and it's literally just sitting there waiting for you to discover it. So we got our passports a couple years ago. Well, she already had her passport. I got my passport a couple years ago, and once I got my passport, that really just like opened the door, and I was like, okay, like there's no excuses. Like the door is open, there's nothing holding me back. Let's make it a point to visit a new country every year, whether it's like for my birthday or, I mean, just for a summer vacation, whatever. Every year we're gonna do a new country. So that was our thing. So a couple years ago, when I first started my YouTube channel, I think I uploaded like my first video right before I went to Costa Rica, but we went to Costa Rica and Panama on the same trip. So we did those two. Last year we went to Mexico. And so now, you know, it's a new year. My birthday is gonna be in August, so I'm in the planning stage of my next trip for my birthday. And so now everybody else is getting like the travel bug. It's like in the air now. And like because like I have like different friend groups, and so like there's all these different friend groups who are like pulling me in all these different directions, like, oh, I want to travel, or oh, you guys go on trips, like I want to go on a trip, like we need to travel, let's go. Like everybody's like, let's go here, let's go here, let's go here, let's go here. That's great, like that's grand, and I'm so excited. Like that's what I've been waiting for. Like I want more of my friends to start traveling and everything, because like I hate wanting to go on a trip or wanting to go and visit somewhere and knowing that I'm most likely gonna have to do it by myself because nobody's down, or nobody can afford it, or nobody can get the days off, or whatever the case might be. So it's great. However, how can I say? So my thing with like my birthday trip and everything like that, and me going out of the country every year for my birthday, is it's something that I want to do, and it's something that my best friend is just down to do because she wants to travel as well. And summertime has always just been convenient for us, and my birthday happens to be in summer, so she's always down for that. I never came and asked her like, hey, for my birthday, can you come here, whatever. And that goes for all my friends. And we've had this discussion before, is like, I'm not the type of person to ask anybody for anything. If I don't got it, I will go without. I don't ask for gifts, I don't ask for favors, I don't ask for money, like I don't ask for shit. So to me, if I were to come to you and say, hey, my birthday's coming up, I want to go to Costa Rica, let's go. And especially, and this is the point, if I'm not paying for it, I'm practically asking you, can you buy a passport for me, $150? Can you buy your plane ticket for me, $400? Can you go in with a hotel for me? Can you give me all of this money to celebrate my birthday? That's it, and I'm just saying, mind you, I don't ask for anything. So that is asking for a lot just to celebrate with me. And so like, I'm not comfortable doing that. So that's kind of just why it's worked out with me and my best friend, with it kind of being like an hour trip type of thing, because I don't have to ask her to do that for me. She does it because she wants to. And like, to be completely honest, has she said like, oh no, I can't go, or I can't make it, or I don't want to go this year, I'd most likely go by myself type shit. I did just want to point out that in this step right now, I'm bronzing. Because my friend Alima says that I don't use bronzer, and I'm like, girl, I bronze literally every video. Anyways, getting back to what I'm saying, it seems like now everybody's like, okay, so for my birthday, I want to go here. And like, there's an expectation of like, you better be down. Literally, I have 3 separate friend groups who are all trying to do trips outside of my own trip. And that's the thing that's kind of stressing me out, is because like, as harsh as it will sound or whatever, at the end of the day, mine comes first. I'm gonna make sure that I have the resources to do that before I go ahead and start putting money aside to plan something for your birthday or for a trip like that. And I mean, I don't think that sounds bad or anything. Like, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that, and if one of my friends were to tell me the same thing, I would be 100% understanding. Like, you're absolutely right, girl. Like, make sure you got it, and make sure, like, what you need to do or what you want to do is good first before you start trying to plan anything or set funds aside or anything for me. Like, girl, no, priorities. Put yourself first. And that's just, like, a huge thing that I've been, like, especially 2019 has just been the year of, like, me and putting myself first. So, like, you can understand why it's stressful to where, like, I'm in this mindset where, like, nope, I'm putting myself first, and now all of a sudden everybody's like, let's travel. I don't know. So that's really just been stressing me out. Anyways, yeah, that was just a long-winded way of me saying, like, I'm currently planning a trip for my birthday, and it's just crazy because, like, I don't necessarily feel like there's any specific place that, like, I'm just itching to go to this year. Last time it was kind of like I wanted to see something specific, or I wanted to always visit, like, this place, so, like, let's do that. But this year is kind of like, I don't know, I'm kind of down for whatever. I don't necessarily know if I want to do, like, a tropical vibe again, because we already did, like, Costa Rica and Cancun and everything, so I don't necessarily know if I want to do a tropical vibe. I'm not opposed to, like, going somewhere where it's more, like, you know, historic, and there's a lot of, like, architecture, and there's museums and stuff like that to do. That's more, like, land-based and not necessarily, like, seaside, chilling on the beach, doing scuba diving and everything like that. So I don't know. I'm kind of really up in the air on that, but that's also been stressing me out because, again, I just feel like there's so much pressure to get it done and to get it booked and paid for and everything. I want to try that whole thing where, like, people use, like, their bronzer or their blush as an eyeshadow too, and it just kind of gives, like, that, not natural, but, like, that whole minimal makeup look thing, because I'm really not about to go, like, all out and everything for this makeup look. I'm really just doing this kind of as, like I said, my little makeup therapy session or whatever. What I use for, like, bronzer is this Black Radiance powder, and it is broken into 1,000 pieces and is making very much a mess. I don't know why I just don't get a new one. Just on, like, a fluffier brush, and I'm just, like, smoking that into the crease just to kind of give a nice little depth into the eye look without making it so, like, dramatic or colorful. Ooh, that's actually kind of cute. I can get jiggy with that. I'm gonna just use, like, my favorite Fenty Beauty highlighter or whatever, and I'm going to highlight my face. And then I'm also gonna take some of that just on my finger and just put it on the eyelid too. Since we're doing this whole, like, cohesive vibe thing, matching our bronzer to our eye, we might as well put our highlighter on our eye too. And then since we're going for ease, I'm just gonna put on a little brown lip gloss, you know, no lip liner, no lipstick, nothing like that. We're just going for simple. Okay, cute. Well, you know, the look is served. You know, I think we're done. I've, you know, got to talk and vent and do some little makeup therapy, so now I just feel, like, so much lighter. I don't know, just being able to kind of talk. Not necessarily, like, vent, because I don't necessarily feel like I vent or I did a rant or anything like that, but just being able to talk to you guys and sit down and just playing makeup, you know. It helped. It really did. Anyways, that is going to go ahead and conclude this video. Thank you guys for joining me again for another one. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below on any opinions that you have regarding what I was talking about or what you would like to see here on this channel. And more importantly, go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any more of this Tyler with the No goodness. And I will catch you all on my next video. Peace. You plan to go on a trip every summer anyway, so you might as well come to my... Okay, pause. If I plan to go on a trip anyway, then don't you think my money would be going towards that trip, and therefore I would not have the money to do your trip? When I wanted to travel, and when I was saying, like, let's do this, let's go here, let's book this, let's get this settled, like, I'm down, I'm popping, like, let's go. You know, there was no fire under anybody. Nobody was making any moves. Nobody was trying to make any reservations. Nobody was trying to put forth any money. But now all of a sudden that everybody else is in the mood to travel, I'm automatically just supposed to be like, yeah, girl, rob my bank account. Like, you know what?